This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new year, 2020. Today, we actually have a very important subject. But before I start, I just want to introduce Derek. He will be helping me in the webinar today. And I will just shut down our video. The big question right now is why we're having this webinar, especially early in the year. We're almost end of January. We know that marketing and sales leader are kind of helping build the funnel for new year for 2020. And one of the key things is how can we refocus on our existing book of business? Now, how can we help our existing customers become advocate for our business so that they can help us grow and mature? So, me and Derek decided to record this webinar to share with you maybe lesson learned about what we've done with other clients, and maybe share some playbooks that hopefully will be of value to you guys down the road. So if there's no further questions, let's get going. Today we're going to share the concept of the art of the possible. Clearly, we have seen that there's a lot of things that are happening in the marketplace. There's traditional marketing funnels, traditional marketing sales, and all those kind of things. So we want to share with you more of how can you build a customer advocacy program for you end to end. But before we go deeper, I just want to remind everybody that if you are in Edmonton, on February the 4th, please join our deep dive workshop. It will be hosted at the Derek Club. And funny enough, Derek will be presenting with me at the Derek Club on February the 4th to share also more of the playbooks as well. If you happen that you're in Vancouver, we'll also be running the same session on February the 12th at the BC Tech Center as well. So anyhow, make sure you guys just check our emails and you'll get going from that perspective. Now, let's go more deeper. So we know that, and we all love the traditional marketing funnel. You have marketing, you have sales, and then hopefully you'll have clients at the end of that marketing funnel. But lately, HubSpot actually have been surveying over 1,000 service provider, and they start asking them specific questions around what's working for them and what's not working for them. So one of the key things was, do your customers have higher expectation than in the past? And of course, you can see from their answers that definitely yes. Are clients smarter and more informed? Of course, now because of IoT, Internet of Things, mobility, everybody's having the information all the time. Everybody's blogging and advising online. Of course, your clients and your prospects having even more deeper information and more technical information than your sales team. Are your clients more likely to share their experience? Yes. All our clients now are more empowered to be more vocal to say what they like and what they don't like. Do review sites, social or word of mouth drive leads for business? A big yes as well. And of course, you can see that some of the answers maybe not sure, but clearly there's also a big yes in that model. So when we got this report from HubSpot, it kind of drives us to think differently about how can we help our clients in US and Canada do more, and more importantly, if you happen to be using the HubSpot platform, how can you utilize your existing investment in HubSpot to be able to do more of that? One final statistics here, when we learning from HubSpot, we find that 12% of clients believe that people are just saying that they are customer focused, or clients are saying that they're just customer focused. 12% is a very small number, so that's an alarming number for us. The second thing is customer comes first. 42% of companies don't collect feedback from their customers, even though in their culture or in their mission statement, they always put their customer in the center of everything they do. But we find that only 42%, they don't collect information, they don't get feedback. Final thing is 19% of companies have a formal customer advocacy program, only 19%. And we know that social proof is one of the critical things to grow your brand and to empower and project trust and confidence in your brand, in your products, and your services. So those three statistics were more of an alarming flag, honestly, for all of us, all our clients, to say, how can we fix this? How can we improve on that? So that's why today I decided to have Derek. Derek has been with us for 4+ years. He's one of our rock stars, and we have worked with us on a lot of complex accounts where we were actually implemented HubSpot end to end. But before we go deeper, Derek, and HubSpot, can I ask you, what are the key things for a business owner, a VP sales marketing, or a customer services manager to be able to address those kind of big challenges right now?
What I feel, honestly, this comes down to is automation. A lot of these tools you simply can't scale, and we'll get into why it is in a bit here, but what we have here is automated reporting and automated surveys that go out. And depending what we need to learn here, be it from the customer experience, are your customers happy? How willing are they to recommend your services to other businesses? But then also the knowledge base that service tickets, they are potentially a drain on your resources. And so whenever possible, we can help customers help themselves through a knowledge base in which they can look up their own answers and help themselves find solutions that they're looking for from your site. But if they can't find what they need in the knowledge base, then we still have the option of a help desk, in which case you can again address their questions at scale, and you can effectively send the right questions to the right department to ensure that your customers are delighted every single time. Never forget that an unhappy customer is always going to be just one step away from being a happy customer, and then not just one step away from being a brand champion. Customer service is so critical to your brand in 2020.
And Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, like what I've been learning from all my clients is that it's much cost effective to keep existing customers and make them happy than acquire new clients. So
absolutely.
So I think it's definitely a good investment in the business to be able to do that. So would you be able to share with us like how we would think of deploying something like that?
Thank you. So this tool here is kind of the start of a new day. If you're coming to the office and you want to see what are people saying about my business and what is the nature of the conversations, the inbox here is kind of your one-stop shop to see all channels of communication, be it social media, be it email, be it service tickets. You can connect social media accounts to this as well. And then from here, you can then connect these tickets to your team. There's a lot to digest on this page here, but the points I want to draw your attention to largely are in the top corner there where it says assignee. You can assign this to a service person. You can comment with your team internally if you'd like to resolve this before you contact the customer. And then finally, once the ticket has been resolved, you can mark it as closed right from this very same window. There's a lot more that goes into this tool, but this is just a preview of the HubSpot conversations and where I strongly feel you should just start your day every day.
That's awesome. And just to remind everybody, what we're looking at right now is a live, like it's a snapshot of a live dashboard. And as you can see, that's the HubSpot back end of that live dashboard. This is the section we're speaking about, which is conversational marketing, but also, Derek, if I understand correctly, you can tweak it to help your help desk and support team as well.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay, and then moving from that, I guess I want to cover one section that I usually get from a lot of CEO, founder, VP sales and marketing. Is there a way, like we always hear about sales and marketing alignment, sales and marketing alignment. How about existing customers, services and marketing alignment? So what we did is we built a very basic 5-step process it can be a toolkit that you guys can use internally with the leadership team to have your services team have maybe a monthly meeting with your marketing team to understand that those 5 key points I'm going to share with you guys right now is being worked on collaboratively between both departments, the marketing department and the service department. The first thing is customer success. Of course, there need to be a KPI built on customer success. If you're a hardware company, maybe customer success is, you know what, there is less number of tickets open each and every day because the product is working fine. If you're a software company, maybe there's less hand-holding of how the clients can use the software. If you are a maintenance services client and you're a consulting firm, maybe there's less tickets that being open. So what is customer success to you, especially your existing book of business? Then what if something happened? They are happy, they're not happy, they're asking questions. What's the action that needs to be taken to be able to identify how you can help your clients more? As soon as this action is being taken, then the third step is, can now we segment the clients that we help? Some of them will be happy with our help. Some of them will be okay with what we did. Some of them maybe still needs more help. So is there a technique that we can identify who are the true advocate of our brands? They love our team, they love our service, and can we give them more? And can we empower our relationship with them and build a relationship with them? And as soon as this happens, then they can become the advocate, the brand advocate for our brand. And then now you're really building a full digital word of mouth referral, and now it's kind of a flywheel, and then you can use that content, give it back to the marketing team, so that then they can feedback the feedback that they got from existing happy clients for new prospects to add more net new deals to your business. So one of the key things is how this again, as we said, the final part was how to build content. So as we know, content is no longer king. Credibility actually took over, and people want truth. Usually we say change or change is the new constant. I guess I was reading a book in the weekend, and the book said actually truth is the new constant. So truth is kind of, that's the new thing. You can't change truth. You can't change facts. So credibility is one of those kind of items that you can't trick, right? Either clients are happy or they're not happy. So if clients are happy, you're able to capture that, that would be a great source of content for your marketing team to be able to generate new content and get new leads. Of course, unfiltered feedback from people like them, people that face some same problems, people that have the same goals, people who think that, like how your prospect can think, that can help grow in the leads for you. So Derek, quick question. Can you start sharing with us some samples of what you have done with the Flawless Inbound team and with our clients of how you start kind of building those kind of content?
Let's call it helpful content, if we will. So this is a live version of the Knowledge Center for one of our clients right now. What this does here is it takes what would normally be blog type content or equivalent, but then it puts it into a searchable database with questions that customers would have regardless. They're searching for these in Google anyway, and then they find it here. Why is this different than a blog is that it'll ask, was this answer helpful? And so you can start to data mine, A, what are your customers searching for? B, are they finding the answers they need? As in, are you reducing the number of tickets you have to answer because they can't find their answers? But also, this is really good information for just driving future content for your blog, that if you're seeing people have questions repeatedly or if they're interested in certain subjects, this is crowdsourcing information about what your people, customers, want to learn about. And so the more that you can provide these self-help resources, the more that you can provide helpful content, the happier your customers are, the happier your support teams are, and the more brand champions you're going to have.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to add to that, this is actually a real life client of us here. They're based out of Edmonton, Alberta. They created an amazing technology. Let's imagine you're buying a spec home and you want to step into the house and you want to, open the light, close the light, control the heating and all those kind of things. So actually they build the software, hardware, and they're kind of speccing it now in all the kind of the US builders, I think in the US and hopefully in Canada as well. So as you can see here, they have, for example, you can see switches and controllers. Think about it as maybe your hardware, if you're in the hardware business, services and warranty. Think about if you're maybe in the hardware and software business and you have contracts with your clients, maybe this can be a consulting service and you're kind of sharing those kind of self-help content to kind of help your prospect understand, or your existing clients, how they can download information from your website. Now, Derek, you mentioned one thing is your ability to measure if the content is helpful or not. Can you show us some of that?
Of course. So this is the backend of HubSpot looking at the same tool, the knowledge base. And so what we can see from here is, look in the columns, the views on each article, the time spent reading the article, and then was it helpful or not? And this is also a very first glimpse at that user feedback reporting. This one's very binary. They liked it or they didn't. They found it helpful or they didn't. But again, it's looking at what are the most popular articles, what is the time spent on page, and did the content answer their questions? I would say from here as well, it's a very good place to, like, if they're not finding the help they need here, this would be the next logical step to opening a ticket. And so you have that very smooth customer service journey where you're educating, helping, and then finally supporting your customers.
You know what, Derek, what I like about this is that sometimes we speculate a lot of things. I think one of the good things about having a technology platform like HubSpot enable your services department, your sales and your marketing department as well, that it's not anymore you're running your company by gut feeling. You actually have statistics, you have data mining, you have reporting, you have live reporting that can tell you, is your team doing the right thing? Do we need to adjust? Do they need to adjust and optimize? And this is kind of one of the simple tools in HubSpot that you can actually tweak to be able to do that. And I can see that running a report is very easy. As you guys can see, time range, I can do like a 3 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, and you can get the insight at the back end. You can see, are truly people reading your content or not? And also, one of the things that I love here is that now you are collaborating with your existing customers who are outside the boundary of the organization. You're actually getting live their feedback on, is this content helpful or not? So then that will be a feedback to the sales and marketing team to adjust and optimize as you see them. Can I ask another question, Derek? You mentioned that, okay, so now we created the content. What if our clients still need more help? What should we do after that?
Then I would say that we should organize, standardize, and then measure the outcome of those tickets. So in order, organize could be your service pipeline. Again, this is a snapshot from the back of HubSpot. This pipeline is simply general service. And so the stages where we're standardizing the resolution would be new tickets opened. We're waiting on the contact to respond to our follow-up with the ticket. They could be waiting on us, and then it's closed. Whatever your process may be, it can be standardized within HubSpot. And so when somebody comes through and they have a question, you can direct them to the correct pipeline with the correct standardized stages to a ticket resolution. And then from there, you can still see everything that you need to on a detailed contact record, which will be the historical data of every interaction you've had with that customer. But the biggest thing on this page here is simply organizing all your tickets in one place. You can prioritize high, medium, low ticket priority. You can look at who's been assigned to the ticket and how long it has been open. Naturally, there's reporting on this tool as well, but this is the board view of ticket pipelines, and it's a very powerful tool within the HubSpot Service Suite.
And I've seen you, Derek, working with a lot of our clients, and I've seen that some of our clients have very sophisticated, beautiful, complex, but beautiful ways of taking care of their clients. So they have like if-then condition, asking the right questions, all of them, those kind of things. So my question to you is, my expectation that this tool can be very customizable to an existing client's process. Is that correct?
We are very accustomed to working with very complex flow charts. Yes, this is a very simple linear pipeline, but these can become very complex, pulling in a lot of different subject matter experts. Yes.
Beautiful. Which then means that you can tie reporting at the back of it, so you can actually measure performance and all those kind of things. So I like that. So what you're telling me right now is that now you can create kind of ticket pipelines. You can measure time to resolution, effectiveness, and all those kind of things. If now I'm a services manager and I want to, I'm working with the services department, right? And I have like 2 or 3 team members I work with each and every day. I want to empower them to make sure that they're really helping our clients. Is there a way for me to drill deeper into each and every ticket?
Indeed, yes. So that brings us to the service ticket record. Now, some people may be familiar with the HubSpot contact record. This is a parallel to that, where you can track the historical interactions, data, notes, emails, calls, tasks, and meetings all in one place. Everything from this timeline here can be communicated to the client. You can set the status from here. We can see which pipeline this is in. If we're organizing tickets by priority, we could potentially have pipelines in terms of urgency. And so you can escalate tickets if you choose to as well. This again is a very powerful tool. This is only the top snapshot, but just know that there is a single repository for all history on tickets as well as individual contacts.
That's amazing, and I think this is actually sometimes it's more sensitive than a CRM or a marketing tool, because you're dealing with the lifeblood of your business. Like, you're dealing with existing clients who are actually adding to your revenue and kind of helping you, pay your payroll. So you need to make sure that they're really happy. And I can see that this is like the round, like when did the ticket open? I can see that the status of that specific ticket. I can see that which pipeline ticket, because maybe you have an RMA versus a try and buy versus software upgrades and all those kind of things. One of the key points here that I want to highlight is that back to sales and marketing and alignment integration or collaboration or a really alignment. Now the sales team can actually get notified if an existing client is opening a ticket or there's a problem. Why this is critical? Because we all in business understand the LTV, lifetime value of our clients. And our mission is to keep our clients happy. And when our clients are happy, their LTV increase, which means they stay with us longer, which means they're happy, we're growing our business, we're taking care of our teams and employees. Now, with that in mind, what you're telling me that this tool also the sales team can have access to, so they can actually also follow up with clients, because maybe there can be a future opportunity for them to maybe do a software upgrade or add another piece of hardware components, or help them into kind of cross-selling and upselling as well, to help the service team as well fix the problem. So that's kind of more of a collaboration between the service department and the sales department as well.
Create, automate, close. Perfect. When we have automation in place, that allows us to do routing of conversations. You mentioned on the previous slide that we can send these tickets to the salesperson who maybe brought in this new customer. That would be an example of sending a ticket to a contact owner. But alternatively, if you know the nature of the question, and this can be done contextually or by very literal, like drops downs on forms, you know what are they trying to find, and so you can send them to the right department. And maybe this is a product return, or maybe this is just a general inquiry, or perhaps it's software troubleshooting and they need some like tech support. Whatever the nature of the inquiry, you can send them to the right person automatically by routing the conversation. There's a lot that can be done here as well, but contact owner is a big one, but then also just nature of the inquiry.
Absolutely. And I think, if I may, I think this can also be an intersection point back to the marketing team, because now the marketing team needs to get an immediate pulse check. Did we have this client? Were we able to move the needle forward? Are the clients happy or not? So this, I think, brings me to the next point about NPS, Net Promoter Score. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Everybody speaks about it. But then reality is we're all kind of challenged in implementation. So let me step back just for a second. Usually, if somebody asks you about Net Promoter Score, I know everybody on the webinar today and everybody who's listening to us understand that there's 3 flavors on NPS. You first survey your existing customers, or you can survey your supply chain, or you can survey your employees to ensure that the culture code is met in the organization. What we're really focused on here is surveying your existing customers, first of all. Second, when the marketing team start running an NPS, they're not just shooting in the dark and trying to get the right champion to give you a good testimonials on Google or Google My Business or just a testimonial on your brand. They can actually be able to tune and adjust. So turning natural customers into happy clients, that will be one of the KPIs that you can actually measure the services department and the marketing department on, plus turning happy customers into true champions that can support and advocate for your brand. That's the most important thing. So think about it this way: how happy were you with the overall buying process or buying journey? Or maybe we can change that by saying, how happy that we were able to help you, Mr. Client, fix the problem. And then we can kind of show them how we do that. I know this is high level. So Derek, can you share with us like how this really works in real life?
Certainly. 4 steps. First, ask them. Survey your customers after they use your product or service. And then simply find out how likely are they to recommend you. And then once you know that, you can use reports to track improvements and kind of get a litmus test of where you're at. And then if you're listening and if over time you're making these changes, you can use that feedback to make improvements in your products and your services and your delivery to grow customer loyalty, increase the number of brand champions you have, and increase your brand loyalty and profitability.
Derek, I like this so much. You broke it down to small, simple pieces. Now, does that mean that we need 4 different other tools beside the HubSpot to do that?
No, this is all out of the box from HubSpot.
Okay, perfect. So if I'm using the HubSpot tool and now have the Services Hub license, I should expect that I can do everything that we are explaining today within the HubSpot. Perfect. So, am I right? Okay. So now let's go into kind of going deeper into how does that all work.
So it is all out of the box in HubSpot. However, there are different tools in that box. So just stepping back for a second, we know you love your customers and you probably use the chat all the time, but maybe now that your company is growing, you only have time to talk to the more unhappy customers. With automation, what this allows you to do is scale the ability to provide great customer service to those who need it and still stay connected and get the feedback you need from your happy customers, the ones who will give you the positive feedback to improve your products. So different surveys for different needs. We looked at the NPS, the Net Promoter Score, which can be applied various ways, largely to your customers, but also to your partners. So her had mentioned supply chain, any sort of your vendors, anyone who helps you do business, you can ask them what you'd like to work with. Also, customer service support. And so when you're offering tech support, or if you have just a general inquiry, people can have a 7-point scale to just gauge how happy they were with the outcome of the service support. The final survey here is the customer experience survey. This one is a 10-point scale, and what it's measuring is how likely your customers are to refer your services to other businesses. That question really drives to the heart of, are you someone they want to do business with, right? If they will put their name out there and recommend you, that's gold, that's social proof in the most literal sense, and you want to have that data. And so by sending out these surveys, you can report on this, you can improve on this, and you can get more brand champions.
And maybe I can show you guys like real life scenario. As you guys know, Flawless and Bound, we are a platinum HubSpot partner. I was one of the leading partner in Western Canada. Right now, we are actually the 3rd on the HubSpot directory in Canada overall. And one of the key things that HubSpot do, actually, they apply this on us as their partner, right? So I get monthly surveys from HubSpot, how I feel about my relationship as Flawless and Bound with HubSpot. I fill some surveys on some of their new products and services that they're launching. And then lately, HubSpot have invited us to be on their advisory board, partner advisory board worldwide, so we can even give them honest feedback on their products and services and support. So whatever HubSpot is doing on their platform, they're actually kind of, if I may say, they're drinking their own champagne. They're actually using their platform internally to empower their brand and empower their partners, which of course then empower their clients as well. So definitely it's a very smart, I think, way of taking care of business and growing your business.
So here's a sample of the report. This one here, at a glance, you can see overall, are your customers more happy, unhappy, or somewhere in the middle? In this case, they're mostly happy. We're doing well. There's a lot more we can do with reporting. We can see how this changes over time. Again, I strongly encourage anyone who's interested in this to attend our event on February 4th, because we'll be going into the reporting side in more detail. But at a high level, what we can do here is see at a glance, are your customers happy or unhappy, and where can you best improve?
Beautiful. And I think from there, I think we can also show like how we can build the report end to end.
Yes.
So what are we looking here at, Derek?
So the service reporting dashboard. So one sense is looking at your customer reporting, they happy, but also there's the productivity reporting. And so you're going to have a support team addressing these tickets. And from here, you can look at the number of open tickets by support staff. We can see the time to resolve each individual ticket. And then again, we can look at, was the customer satisfied with the outcome? And that's going back to the customer service support survey. But it all goes together, the number of tickets, the time to resolve, and the reporting, to have one holistic bird's eye view of, are your customers happy with your business?
You know what? I was reading a book about one of the leaders, and he speaks a lot about something called measure what matters. And I think this is one of the critical things here. What you're showing us, Derek, is like a real life example of reports or KPIs, if I may say, to be able to measure your your services desk team or department? Are they doing the right thing? What can we adjust? What can we focus on? What can we improve? Derek, I just want to say thank you so much. I think this was a quick glimpse to what the audience would see in our workshop, either in Edmonton on February the 4th or in Vancouver on February the 12th. Just as a reminder to everybody, please, if you have any questions regarding marketing enablement, sales enablement, or even helping your customer services desk, we are here, Flawless and Bound. We can help you. No surprise, we're a platinum partner of HubSpot. We have done 90 plus HubSpot implementation in North America, US and Canada, and we have operation in Alberta and BC, but we have a lot of clients in Ontario and the US as well. So please stay tuned, visit our website. We always have monthly webinars that are non-fluff, deep dive into how we can help you with any of your 3 departments, sales, marketing, and services. Also, if you have any basic questions or any straightforward question about marketing automation tools, CRM implementation, helping you build a ticketing system for your organization, we're here to help and support. Thank you again. And if you have time, follow us on LinkedIn, Flawless and Bound. If you check us on LinkedIn, the marketing team are always adding valuable content on LinkedIn from there as well. Derek, thank you so much for your time today. That was very valuable. I learned a lot from you, and hopefully to see everybody in our workshop.
Thank you.